Do you know Courtney Tailor?
I'm Courtney Tailor.
What about Courtney Clenney?
Courtney Clenney back in court today.
Well, they're the same person. You may have heard of her because she's the OnlyFans influencer who was arrested for her boyfriend in 2022 and was caught fleeing, and whose parents were arrested for concealing evidence. I didn't know about this story in 2022, but people are talking about it again now because 2 months ago her trial just started, and honestly the story is something out of an episode of The Good Wife. They have professional knife throwers throwing knives at pig carcasses at the trial. There's CCTV camera footage and arrest footage all over the internet that has resurfaced.
Did you throw a glass or a plate to the team today?
No. Maybe I did.
And this story is a very shocking one, so let me start from the beginning.
I only date black guys.
So Courtney Clenney is a Texas-born influencer and an OnlyFans model. She had over 2 million followers on Instagram because she does a lot of bikini modeling content and does a lot of fitness. Then her career got to a new height when she joined OnlyFans and became one of the platform's top earners. And that funded her lavish lifestyle, which included luxury apartments, high-end cars, traveling frequently. But like most Instagram influencers, her happy demeanor and success was wildly exaggerated because her friends described her as volatile, with a history of heavy drinking and aggression. And that's an important thing to note because that's something that became evident with their relationship with the now deceased Christian Obumseli, where she allegedly exhibited patterns of physical abuse, emotional manipulation, and financial control.
Clearly, she's not, and she doesn't fit the profile of an abused woman. She's very entitled. You know, she feels that she is entitled to everything.
But before her relationship with Christian, she had a lot of legal troubles already, like getting arrested for drunk driving in Texas. She was rumored to be violent in past relationships, including one where she allegedly injured a former partner, bodybuilder Sean Roden. So she was in a relationship with Sean Roden back when he was still married, and in 2017, she supposedly broke his jaw. This was caused by an uppercut from Courtney after she found out that he was still married and they were having an affair. So in 2020, Courtney meets Christian Obumseli, a former football player, and she moves from Austin, Texas to Miami, and they begin their high-profile relationship. So in 2021, multiple incidents of public altercations are reported by friends and acquaintances.
It sounds as if there are other individuals that were in the room or in the facility where they were having this argument. And it sounds as if there's a self-esteem issue going on with her. She is physically assaulting him, and you can see that.
First, during a trip to Palm Springs, Courtney allegedly attacks Christian after accusing him of looking at another woman. This is what a witness said. "I could see them arguing out of the corner of my eye. She was kind of pushing him out of the room." She says that happened more than once, and she saw an altercation after where Clenney accused Obumseli of eyeing another woman. She would be like, "Hey, you just looked at her," and then she would start pushing him around.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law.
Another incident in 2021 where they went to Las Vegas and Courtney was arrested for domestic battery after throwing a glass at Christian during a fight in their hotel room. Police said that Clenney, at around 5 a.m. on July 27, 2021, hurled a glass at her boyfriend of 1 year as he rested on a couch.
Once again, for what? Why did you call for help?
Because we were getting really loud.
Okay.
And I thought it was going to disturb everybody, so I felt the need to have him removed from the room.
She admitted to throwing the glass at him that morning and plates and glasses at him in previous arguments. She also said she called security to get him out of the room.
Did you throw a glass or a plate to the team today?
No.
Okay. So if
No, this is before.
Okay, so when I go to the room and I see a broken glass on the floor, where did the glass come from?
I don't know. I literally couldn't even remember how the fight started.
Okay, well,
Was there?
yeah.
Maybe I did.
Okay, so she said that she didn't throw a glass, but then later admits that she did throw a glass. Got it. Then in October of 2021, Courtney stabs her boyfriend Christian in the leg during an argument. Despite the injury, there was no police report that was filed.
Newly released text messages giving us another glimpse into the relationship between an OnlyFans model and the boyfriend she's accused of killing.
They actually found and released the text exchange after the leg stabbing. There's one part where he says, "What if the knife had sliced my lip, my cheek, my eye? What might happen next time? I pray there's no next time like that. You've sent me to jail, you've called the cops on me, you literally threw me with security knowing that I have a warrant out because of something that you caused. And I still love you after all of that because I knew regardless of what I went through, the first person that I wanted to see was you.
There's a whole bunch of text messages back and forth. Take a listen as our producers read them.
Courtney, can you let me in? You hit me in the face with the phone, then continue to hit the back of my head with the phone. Now I have a lump. I'm bleeding, throwing up, think I got a mild concussion, and have anxiety. I slept in the restroom for 2 hours, and I'm just beyond words. All I hope for is a better tomorrow. Can you let me in or not? I apologized before you said you were kicking me out, and you spit on me. No matter how mad and tough gets, you don't treat the one that you love that way. State fairs tomorrow. Be ready.
Well, I'm sorry, Christian. I hope you're okay. I'm sorry for hitting you in the face and the back of your head and spitting on you. Is it right? No. You just pissed me the off, but I still love you. I don't know about the fair anymore. Maybe I'll have a change of heart after some rest. The latch will be off. I'm going to bed. Don't say anything until the morning. We can talk then. I just read these texts, and I'm truly very sorry for responding like that while you were in pain. I should have let you in clearly. I didn't realize you might have a mild concussion. I should have just come back with the medicine. I love you. I'll be back soon.
Despite all the incidents in 2021, in 2022, they decide to move in with each other. And they move into this luxury apartment in Miami paying $10K a month in rent. April 2022, Courtney requests for a restraining order. So Courtney calls the police claiming that she needs a restraining order against Christian. And here's the body cam footage.
I want a restraining order against Christian Obumseli.
We don't issue those.
No, I'm serious. Can I do that? Where can I go to court? You have to go to downtown. How can I make myself first? Because I know him and he would do it.
It's police body camera video released by the state attorney's office showing a frazzled and upset Clenney speaking to 3 City of Miami police officers who had been called by a building employee to report a domestic dispute.
Christian,
please, just don't. Get me kicked out of my own apartment.
We just want him getting. We just want him out.
I'm scared. I'm scared of him.
The employee explained to police that her boyfriend, Christian Obumseli, had been hanging in the lobby since Courtney did not want him up in their apartment and said the situation escalated.
2 days after that body cam footage was released where she's trying to get a restraining order against Christian is when the fatal stabbing happens. Here's the affidavit from the arrest warrant from that day. Courtney Clenney was being charged with 1 count of murder in the 2nd degree of Christian Obumseli with a weapon, a knife.
I mean, we shouldn't be together.
You guys have a history of domestic violence?
Yeah.
You say you've been together how long, sir?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
2 years.
So how many incidents you think you've had?
I don't know. But we shouldn't be together.
We say 1 or 2 or just too many to...
Oh my God.
No?
So she stabbed him in the shoulder, which resulted in his death. At the time of the arrest, she originally said that she didn't do it and she was trying to save him.
New police body camera footage shows Miami police rush to one Floricio after they say Courtney Clenney stabbed her boyfriend Christian Obumseli. She's on the ground cuffed.
Then afterwards, she claimed that it was in self-defense, stating that she threw the knife at him during the confrontation. But the medical examiners later determined that the wound was inflicted at close range.
Here's what the same doctor who did the autopsy testified to at a hearing about whether or not he believes that this knife could have been thrown.
Based on the information you received that the defendant was alleged to have thrown this knife, do your observations support that?
I'm not an expert in knife throwing. If the person who supposedly did this is an expert knife thrower and the knife is a type of knife that you can throw, I guess that could have happened.
Possible. Does it make any sense that Courtney Clenney could have thrown the knife at Christian, and that's how the knife ends up in his chest?
That's mainly why they had a professional knife thrower throwing knives at a pig carcass, I think it was, just to prove whether or not it is possible. Yeah, sure, it's possible if you're Oliver Queen and you have a weighted knife.
As you can see, some of the knives did stay lodged in that pig, and Clenney's attorney says that proves she isn't lying about the events from that night.
Now that it's been over 2 years, people have been scouring the internet looking into Christian and Courtney's relationship. Friends have come forward describing multiple instances where Courtney assaulted Christian, and there's a notable incident where this elevator footage surfaced where Courtney is attacking Christian. Oh my God, what was that swing? Reports were coming out showing her OnlyFans earnings, and she made $1.8 million, I think, in 2021. So she was the primary earner in their relationship, and she actually employed Christian as... I don't even know what he did. I think he managed her schedules. And because of that, people were saying that she was holding significant power over him. She even admits and says she likes control in relationships. And this is another clip that resurfaced. Courtney Tailor interview weeks before she fatally stabbed boyfriend.
I'm Courtney Tailor, and I do OF for a living.
OnlyFans. You got like 1 million followers or something?
2 million.
Damn. You look like the type of girl that only dates like rich guys. Is that true?
No, that's not true. I only date black guys. Especially black guys. Especially black guys. Let me clarify. I only date rich black guys.
Okay, rich black guys. There we go. And you know you're toxic.
Yeah.
You can tell she like black guys. It's like, especially black guys. For all you watching, I'm with it. Do you like to be fully controlled, or do you?
I like to be submissive. Yeah, in the bedroom.
Yes.
But like in my life, I don't like anybody to tell me what to do.
Yeah, so you only want them to tell you what to do in the bedroom. Other than that, you don't want them to tell you anything.
Right. No, that's exactly it. Yes.
So that sounds like you're a control freak.
They also released the 911 call, which added suspicion around her story because she didn't say that she stabbed Christian at the time. She just said that he was stabbed.
If he has a stab wound to his shoulder, he didn't sit down. What do you mean he has a stab wound on his shoulder, ma'am? Yes, he's bleeding from his...
I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's hard to hear because you can hear him yelling in the background that he can't feel his arms. But going back to the trial, Courtney's defense really hinges on the argument that she acted in self-defense. However, given her history of violence and without clear evidence that Christian posed a complete threat at the time, it's kind of hard to justify self-defense. And recently, they've been saying that the trial has been delayed multiple times because of a dispute over releasing evidence, including phone records, medical records, witness statements. And Courtney's legal team is trying to make sure that she's portrayed as the victim in this situation. And I don't know how the parents fit into this situation because they were also arrested after being accused of helping Courtney tamper with evidence. TMZ reported that the arrest of the social media influencer's parents stemmed from a laptop belonging to Obumseli that was left at the apartment shared by the couple and recovered by the father. So they were arrested under the suspicion that they were going to hack Christian's devices and attempt to erase evidence.
There are warrants for you and your wife's arrest?
Nearly 2 years later, her parents were picked up at their Austin, Texas home, accused of working with their jailed daughter and her legal team to hack the late Obumseli's computer, rather than first turning it over to lawyers.
This is insanity. Yeah. The whole thing is bullshit.
No, I'm not okay. Surprised at their home by Miami-Dade detectives and those from the Travis County Sheriff's Office, Kim and Deborah Clenney were emotional and had questions.
What are the warrants for? Unauthorized computer access. Okay, so it's basically a hacking charge out of the state of Florida. It's a computer crime.
The couple was comforted by Texas cops.
Will be an inconvenience, but it will be okay.
Before their ride to jail.
So give each other some hugs and stuff and some peer support.
I'm really interested to see exactly how this is going to all play out. I was a little late to the story, but thanks to the channel Core TV, I'm all caught up.
Like in my life, I don't like anybody to tell me what to do.
Thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new, and